Hello everyone, this is welcome to a brand new episode of, well, no, not TechSavvvvy, but no, force that happened. Well, sort of TechSavvvvy, but we're talking about the staircase today. This staircase I built, for my season 1 map of TechSavvvvy. It's very complicated, needless to say. It's some compassion, and today we're going to go over how it works. I'm not going to every little detail, I'm not saying every little piece does, more of a general overview and a breakdown of how the main components work. So if you, for some reason, choose to be a psychopath and build this, it may help you understand how it works, help you troubleshoot it, or maybe just for your curiosity and entertainment. I would not recommend building this. The fact that there are so many better ways to do this, and quite frankly, this is a gigantic waste of time and resources. But it's my design, I built it for the pure fact it's my design. It's an egotistical move on my part, but I did it anyway. So, today we'll discuss how it works, the general contents of how it works and what it does as it's doing its things. So I'm going to turn your attention over to a block diagram I made, such a little flowchart. It's a shitty one, admittedly. But it's what I've made for this. So I'm going to turn you guys over here to a screen capture. Yeah. So here we have the button. This is a pretty obvious thing here. So the button it refers to, of course, is either the button right here or the button upstairs. These two are both tied together. If we open up the wall here, that button, the wire, which underneath here, goes up this staircase here against the button upstairs. So we have the button there. When we hit that button, it goes to a selected switch room. I'll just turn it a little bit. I'm going to keep going back and forth, be annoying. We have a selected switch room. This room, I'll just in a minute, determines whether or not to open or close the staircase. It's a simple but effective circuit I made. I've used it in a lot of other things. I used it here to make it work, to know the difference between opening the staircase, extending the staircase, extending being rising up from the ground, or retracting the staircase, or closing it, as they call it, and pushing it back, or really pulling it back down to the ground. Let's start with the extension first. Extension's pretty simple actually. It opens the floors first. So when you guys see, I'll explain in a minute. I'll show you in a minute. The floors are covered up. The wall that you guys saw by the button wasn't originally supposed to be there. We're going to be there. I added it later. Which makes the whole thing kind of redundant, but oh well. The floors open up first. The wall opens up as well. And the staircase has the space and the room to extend up. Now, one thing you may notice if you look at the side of the staircase, the Minecraft has a push limit on pistons. You cannot push, let's say you have 20 pistons, and you want one piston to push the other 19. It's not going to work. I think the limit is 12. So, to work around the piston push limit, the middle pushes up first. So it starts in the middle, pushes its way up towards the top, then it goes to the bottom and pushes its way up and does the full extension. The extension is actually fairly simple compared to the retraction. It's more complicated here, it's more complicated, way more complicated in the game. But that's the extension. The extension part was a lot easier to figure out. It's a lot simpler than the retraction. And that goes for, this really is a gigantic piston extender. Piston extenders have that problem. They're easy to extend and more difficult to retract. So let's say the staircase is extended, you can go up and down all day. You want to hide the staircase, you want it to retract. You hit the same button again, it goes to the selected switch room, begins the retraction process, and begins the main circuit. The main circuit is in two halves. I'll come back to this later. As the main circuit runs, an engage counter, I've called it, is triggered. After the red line, which I'll explain that in a minute, in the game where it goes off the first time, a TB flip-flop will engage the hopper counter by completing the circuit, which counts the number of times the pink line is triggered after the event occurs. I'll explain the card lines to you in a minute. Once that pink line has fired off 4 times, the hopper counter I've designed will tell the floor to go ahead and close up. By the time this happens, the staircase is retracted so far down, the floor can be covered up and it won't interfere with the staircase. The floor doors closed up, the staircase is retracting, and it's not really extended again. At the end, it goes back to here, where it can be repeated an indefinite number of times, in theory. So, with that being said, let's follow this along here and go to the world and see how it all looks. Get out of this here, my other screen. So the game. Alright, here we have the button. Now where does this button go to? I'm going to go ahead and cheat over here. And, oh wait, I'm going to change to another world actually. It's a little bit easier on myself. So this is the world where I designed, how do I put this? So I built the staircase in another world, I designed it in another world, an older copy of the game that did not have the brewing stand built into it, and it caused an issue with the new map, so I rebuilt it in a newer map with the brewing stand, and this is what I designed. This is what I tried to copy into the main world. But this is all the different colored lines, so it's easier to demonstrate it here. So we're going to go to this here, game mode, spectator. Okay. So in here the button's a little different, but it's over here instead. So you hit the button, and that signal will go through the ground and into what we call the selector switch room. So how does this work exactly? You've probably seen me use this design before. This is a quick pulse thing. I just have to notice something about it. I'm going to go and switch to creative mode here. And that is to design one real quick here. I want a lever. One thing you can notice about this guy here, right? Watch this torch, when I energize this, notice the torch did not turn on. When I de-energize it, you see it flash for a second. Watch again. But when I energize it, it doesn't do anything. And it flashes, does not flash. And so that point is to say that when this just turns on and then off, this will send a signal out. So right now the way this guy works, I'll break this here. When this guy gets the signal, that button, it's gonna move back and forth. So we'll see it right now. There's a gap here. I hit the button, and now it's staying over there. When I do it again, so I come back and stay there. So when this comes forward, right now we are extended out, correct? No, that was in the game, the main world. Okay, right now we are retracted down. So right now, that means that this one is going to go off next, and this one will extend, trigger the extension circuit to push the staircase up. When this turns, so this will move forward here, turning all this on. This will then turn this torch off. This will all turn off, and this will flash a signal down the line telling the staircase to go ahead and run the extension. Then this will be off, this will be turned on, and this will be over here. When I hit the button again, this will pull backwards. This will then de-energize this, so the next thing over here to go ahead and extend the staircase. This here is used for the floor, the cover of the floor. I have it disconnected right now. It was causing some problems in this world, but it did at one point. Like up here, I have it disconnected. the wall was never here in this world. No, it was the finished living room. But this is how it determines whether or not to extend or retract. It's down here. So right now it's gonna turn off, to turn on, triggering the extension for. I'm gonna follow this line, goes over to here, and this is the first part of the main logic. So right now this is the staircase behind here. This is floor 1 of the main logic. This entire floor is dedicated to the extension. Now, one thing to note about the extension here, only the wool colors are used. Only wool lines are used. What I mean by that is, I've color coded all the redstone lines. So this blue line here actually goes to, find it here. This blue line, right down here. This blue on the other side of this. Yeah. So that blue, anything the blue wool color goes to over here. Getting triggers, so I'll talk about that here in a minute. So likewise, every other color does the same thing. You know, brown is brown. Brown is down there, I believe. Towards the bottom too. Yeah, brown's right there. Everything has been color coded for troubleshooting purposes, so I know how to fix shit when it goes wrong. If I see that, you know, this isn't moving, I know something to do with the gray line, I can come back over here, find the gray line, and see, you know, maybe this computer's gone, or something in here got broke, whatever. Makes troubleshooting a fucking hell of a lot easier. It's still kind of hard, but it's a lot easier than being color coded. So how does it work? First of all, signal comes from the selector switch room through either this line or the one going to the next floor down for the retraction. Come through these blocks here and go out one of these outputs over here. These fuck. Give me 1 second. Alrighty then. That was funny. So I got a call. I'm gonna mute that. Oh, okay. Hey buddy, I'm sorry to bug you again, but he asked me, what are you doing right now? I'm like, who are you? It's Dad. This sounds nothing like my dad. I'm like, huh? And he goes, is this Larry? I'm like, no, I'm not Larry. Alright, where's I going? Alright, yes. Outputs. And blue is kind of a bad example, I think. Yes. We'll go with one of these up here. Alright, so let's take this side and line for example. The second line goes off, it goes out through here. And it goes to here. So what does this do? Well, this should probably look familiar. If we go to the selector switch room, this does the same thing as this. Here's the piston down here, and it does the exact same thing that that one does. This, when the line has a signal going through it, damn it. Right. Yeah. I hate getting phone calls. I get a phone call from that, I don't know. I get like nervous for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. It's not kind of a little fucked up from that. But anyhow, okay. I'm gonna make this not backwards, so fuck things up. When the line comes through, and you see right now, the block over here, as you expect, it does the same thing. It pulls the block back. But we're now going to a redstone line in front of observers. I'm missing on purpose. It's a long story. Anyhow. So what we'll do, let's say we pick one down here more. Where the staircase is at, actually. From towards the top. If we find... So these each match up to their colors. So this piston we treated by the gray line. Or the dark gray line, I should say. So notice dark gray is here. If we find the dark gray line over there, and we set it off, This is the same thing here as up there. This piston is off to the side more because there's enough room. I set that off though and go back over there. You'll notice. These pistons have now moved up. What happens is these pistons here have pushed up and let go, which is important. So they pushed this up to here, and now in theory, this is, as you're running, it would push, these pistons would push this one up to here, that push up again, and they keep going on going and going until it hits the top of the staircase. So all these are doing, essentially, these are observers. These, when they see something move in front of them, it makes the redstone line fire. Hopefully if I just break this, you'll see it fires. But just changing the state, changing the redstone line, turning it off and on, makes it go off. So that you cannot do this though, because I can't do it. No, I don't know. The process was that if I turned it on and then off again, probably too slow. Yeah. If I did it on and then off, if it was too slow, it wouldn't work, so it's a new thing I learned. Anyhow. The idea being that this should go off and cause the piston to push up but let go of the block. So that's going to do that for all of these as they go off and go all the way up. These need to stay turned off 99% of the time because you'll notice you see blue, purple, white, blue, blah, blah. Well, these same colors get used in other places as well. So we go down all the way to here. You'll see that it's being used down here. You'll see blue being used over here. You'll see purple being used down here. If these, however, let's say they need to turn on and then off again, because they were left on, I don't know if there's over here. If they were to be left on, that's what do that. And let's say we connect it back up here. What do I have for my, okay, bucket. And let's say, okay, let's connect it twice for now. If something else wants to trigger this, well, it can't because it's stuck on. So, it needs to be turned off 99% of the time, unless it's actually being used. Computers kind of work in the same way. You don't want something driving the data bus high and something tries to drive the data bus low and it doesn't work. So, that's another reason for the quick pulse things is to not leave these things stuck on or it would never work right. So these will fire off the output just like that. They trigger the alert, so power comes in through here, goes down the line. As it goes down, it'll send the output power to these flip-flops, which will then trigger the observers to trigger the pistons to push up. That is the basic concept right there. So what this does is actually kind of cool, I think it is at least, off here. Entirely your own opinion. I'm going to try to reset this guy here, so I'm going to do the gray one again to bring that back down. Where did I tap that? There it is. So now, as I said before, so we're on. So let's say we've hit the button, we've gone through the switch room, we're now ready to open. We're opening up the pores. Now because again, okay, so we hit. So take the process. You've hit the button. The case needs to rise up or extend. Power goes down to the rim here. This has moved forward. This turns off. This signal goes out to here. This signal turns this guy off, which goes up through there, which will then trigger the pistons to pull the blocks out of the way of the floor. Same thing up there, the wall, and the map will track backwards. The next step, I'll just do it manually, fuck it. The next step now is the middle up section. Just gonna put these back. So if we look at the main before here. Once again, so you notice, don't do this before I get interrupted. There's wool blocks and there's terracotta blocks, marking the different lines. Only the wool blocks are used as part of the extension. So, a troubleshooting tip if you're ever working on this and I download a copy of the map, or for some reason you built it on your own, I have no problem. I have zero problem with building it. I'm just saying it's a fucking waste of time and energy trying to rebuild this thing. It's a pain in the ass. So again, I have no problem with you using my design, have at it, improve it, do the wish. I don't care. I'm just saying I wouldn't recommend it because it's just a pain in the ass. But if you are troubleshooting, if you built it or you're playing this map, and you're troubleshooting this case, if it's an extension issue, in other words, it's not extending properly, you want to check the top floor, right here. Anything related to the wool lines. The terracotta lines have nothing to do with the extension. Okay, so what's to do? Power comes through here, and I switch off here. And then in the trigger this block and pull this back, which will then retract a block, right? Or that is retracted. I guess it's correct. Anyhow, basically, okay. Yeah. No. That looks weird. Anyhow. Why is it like that? Hold on. That pulls it back and that goes off. That block does it. Maybe. No, that's weird. What are you going to? What control is this? Or am I wrong on that? Oh. Because the button goes through there. That's what the hell? Okay, that's confusing. Because block is on the bottom. That did work correct. But I gotta figure out now why the fuck does that work like that? Because it'll pull this back, pulling that up, go through here once, go down that line. And then it goes up to here, goes through there. This guy makes it repeat itself, going. I think it repeats itself. Okay, I think I kind of do it there. So, as you noticed, like I said before, I'm just getting a little confused about it. It's been I've done this. When you try to up or down, it's too many positions to move at once. In fact, let's go ahead and. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I'm gonna regret that one. I got manually triggered it from the bottom there. Give me 1 second to do this properly. I do know this button works. I'm going to retract here. I don't want to look at that more and see. The block's on the bottom. Okay, so you move that out. Okay, I see what it's doing now. You move that now, you have the room to then push forward. Okay, duh. I see now. Alright, so here's what's going on here. Let's say we try to. Now you guys seen before. I did the gray line, it worked. When I hit the button on the gray wool, the flip flop, you guys see the pistons move, right? If I go to do the black one though, where can I tap in at? That's just see it. Fuck. Do it there. Okay. You guys can see. No, you can't. Shit. Alright. Here's the piston that should move when I hit the button. So when I hit the button, it goes off, and it has not. Fuck. One, two. Oh. Well, that's embarrassing. So it is just under the piston push limit to not need that. Huh. That's interesting. Well. Huh. I must have changed it at some point because okay, well, never mind then. Okay, well, so it was designed. Fuck. It was designed to work around the piston push limit. In case you added another layer or two, it would not move without that. So, what it does is it actually starts with the blue part down here and begins to push. So it starts at the blue layer and then it pushes up from there. This is the middle up section. So it pushes from the middle up towards the top of it, giving these guys more room to work with to push themselves up. Now, fortunately, okay, I see what it is now. Okay, so we see here, this side moved. This side did not, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah. This side did not move. And you'll notice, because this, well, it's partially moved up now. It's not an even line across the top. In fact, this should be one lower. So the bottom, this right side will move because there's less blocks on the right side. The left side, you'll notice, did not move because there's more blocks up here, and therefore it cannot move. And the reason for that being, well, there's more on this side than that side because the bottom step is closer to the floor, whereas top step is close to the top. So there's more pistons on this side in this column here than there are that one, hence why part of that side moved and part of it did not. So that is a necessary thing to happen. So this blue one, purple, white, blue, and gray, and those blue, purple, white, blue, and gray all move up first to give the bottom part some room to move. So if I go ahead and reset the staircase here, I have everything inbox to replace everything. And it does the stairs across the top all the way. It's easier that way. But if I actually push them the way they should be, you'll notice this is much lower than the top step. So let's say I go ahead and modify the circuit a bit here to demonstrate for you guys. If I detach this block here and just pipe the signal through. Why we done that, I don't know. But you'll notice that these have not all moved up before the black one even has a chance to move. And if I should redo that, hold on. Let me do that more the way I wanted to do it. The way the game decided to fucking do it. No, not the game's fault. I should have unplugged that mark it here. That must be a Vortec thing. So let's say we make this look more accurate here. There's that button I'm looking for. Let's say okay, yeah, hit this now. And I want to notice there's a bunch of room here now. So now rather than having to push 15 things, you have to push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. So now, let's say I go over there, hit that same black button again, or well, the black line, yeah. And now if we go to the other side here, you'll notice that has now moved. And it moved all the way across the bottom because these were up and out of the way to push that up. So that's what the first part is doing, is moving the middle section up and out of the way to allow the bottom to move. So notice I have marked here, the bottom extension begins here. I'll go ahead and put a block in its place. And that might fuck things up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger this. Now, this might work all the way up a little off sync, but if I go ahead and trigger this guy now, and then put that block back, this might extend, although it might not have. It did not, because it wasn't quite timed up all the way. But normally that would have extended all the way. So we can go ahead and clear it up and then hit it again and go. Because these had to go too, and it kind of messed up doing that. But I did it, which is fine. But that's how that works. That's to get around the piston. Oh, yeah. I have that software. This button here just clears it. This button here clears it and replaces it. So then if I go in there, hit this button. Now we'll see. That's done shit. Come on. Did I detach something else? I did. Now we'll see that it should move up a little bit. And I've broken it. Cool. Why? What did I do to you? Incorrectly. The block just didn't go off. What is not working? Shit. Okay, that time it seems like it mostly worked. Yeah, that worked, but why not the first time? Concerning. But watch it and see, make sure. All the way through that cycle. Is that not working right? Okay, that was weird. That worked that time. But yeah, so that's how the retraction or the extension works. It does out the middle section out first and allows it to allows it to work around the piston pushing it and get up. So let's go back to that switch room. So at this point now the staircase is fully extended. It is fully ready to be walked up and down all day long when you need to. La 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 la. Right. So let's say, you're done going up and down the steps, your legs are sore, you're done, you wanna, close it up and hide it away. So there it is, level to the floor. Boom, boom, boom. So, and here, done. So you go and you hit your button, and time to pull the staircase back down. How does that work? Well, back to the switch room. And we should now have the closer to the wall or not. I used the other button to do it. This would be on, this would be off. This would then pull back, or, hold on. That one extended. This would be on, this would be over here. This would pull backwards, causing this to fire, sending a signal down this path into what we're calling the main circuit for the retraction, that is. The main circuit is really in two parts. That block blocks into two parts. So right here is just kind of the beginning setup to retract everything. So I'm going to find the end here and disconnect where it goes into the next floor, which is over here. So let's go ahead, let's actually go into, let's move it into the editor. So yeah, so guys, it's fully extended out, it's ready to go. So we want to move it down and compact it a bit to get it ready to be fully refactored. This is the part where it's just getting things ready. It's not, it's this floor, right? Yeah. This floor is not the main retraction, it's just getting things ready to be retracted. See, white, orange, white terracotta, all this stuff is all towards the top of the staircase. I hit this button here. And quickly fly it over. They're firing. And just pulling the staircase down to where it's got a that's a little confusing. Why did it do that? This does do some weird shit when it does that. Fuck. It's a really bad example, actually. That should not have done that. Fuck. Okay, let's disconnect it somewhere else then. Let's stop it at this point. That should have been 4. Then reset. The problem with this is it needs to be, it relies on doing everything in the exact correct order. If it does anything even slightly wrong, you gotta start all over, hence the command block there, to do a nice little reset on it. So let's say, a better example here, hopefully. So she's all extended up and ready to go. Ready to be retracted, right? Hit the button here. Just see it begin retract a little bit better. No, stop. This is what it should look like more. I think because the next part starts right away, it doesn't affect things. It's kind of being done wrong, but it works stuff like it. This is getting the non-flat pieces down to the point where they're ready to be pulled by the main circuit. So beyond this point, what's going to happen is we're ready to retract, we're in the main circuit, we're beginning the main retraction too. We're in the main circuit. This is part 1, just getting things ready to be retracted. Stage 2 now is the main retraction. So we go down here. Geez, I almost put that wood. So that line will come down here. And that first one I tried to break didn't work. You end through here. And this is a really cool thing. I noticed as I was designing it and building it, I was oftentimes going back to where I started. In other words, the signal that comes through here, the repeaters, out here, triggered the green wool and then the green terracotta. Then they go through here, do the pink lines, and it needed to do the green again. So rather than doing green, pink, green, then gray, pink, green, and then blue, gray, pink, green, and then everything. I made it kind of whip its stuff over, so it goes through here. It does the yellow up top first. Goes through here, does the green, then does the yellow. Meanwhile, it's already moving on, doing the pink, then it comes back down these repeaters, does the green, and does the yellow. This creates a gigantic loop of it retracting pistons down. And the reason being, let's say we try to do a manual retraction here. I'll do it kind of manually, you know, pain in the ass. We're going to try it here. Not sure what I mean, why it's constantly repeating itself. When building it, you need to look at what needs to come next. So the next step here is for this guy here to pull these down. If we look at that, what that's correlated to, that is the yellow line. So we go to the yellow, and we make it retract. So yellow has pulled down, and now we need to pull these ones down next to pull this set down to here. So we find the light blue terracotta, come in right here, pull that one down. Okay, cool. So now we need to pull down on the light or the cyan terracotta. We'll find that line, pull that guy down. Alright, cool. Then that will pull down on magenta. So pull that down. Then we'll pull on the magenta wool. So you'll find that line and pull that down. There's a point to this. Give me a second. Then we're gonna find that. No, we're done here. So now we need to go down to the. So now we've created a solid block again. Now you're down to the next one, which is the green the green wool. So green wool is next. So you find the green wool. And we trip that off. And now we go to green terracotta, we tip that off. Now we go to yellow wool, we tip that off. And now you're gonna see what I was talking about. After yellow wool, guess what's next? Light blue terracotta. We've already done that one. Same order. Next step, cyan wool. So really, you need to pull down the next one, or let's say, one more thing here. So you got it back to solid block again. You pull down your wool and terracotta combo. Then you gotta go back and pull down everything you've already pulled down. So you're gonna do pink, pink? Yeah, pink. Then you gotta do green, then you do the yellow block, then the blue terracotta, cyan wool, magenta terracotta, magenta wool, orange terracotta. Oh, not now because it's too low, but these do keep going as the circuit pulls down, even though they're not needed anymore. It was easier to just let it go because it doesn't often, because I can hit these all I want to, and it's not producing the circuits at all. So these keep going even while it's all the way down there, most of the way down there, or most of the way down there. It don't matter, it's not bothering anything. These will all keep firing even though the circuit is well below them, it's fine. What you do is you almost add a step and then redo all the previous steps. Like step 1, do this, then you do step 2, then do step 1 again, then you do step 3, then step 2, step 1 again, step 4, step 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing it one step, and then repeating the last step, then moving on to the next step, and then repeating all the other previous steps. So that's what this, that's what this circuit here is kind of doing. It'll do the yellow up top actually, then it'll do green, then yellow, then pink, green, yellow, then gray, pink, green, yellow. You see the pattern here? So I keep doing this over and over and over until it hits the end, which is this black line right here. It'll do black, and it'll go up back through. And these floors, the nice thing is, so signal goes all the way down through here. So go all the way down, keep firing off the blocks as it goes. So then you actually should say to go in through here, up through here, and back down. And meanwhile going up through here, over, down here, back down again. Up through here, then over, then down, and down. And then it'll go to the next floor. So I go through there, there's a bit of trickery there to get down to here. Okay. You come down this way and go through there. Down this way, go through there, go up through there. Meanwhile, it's going this way, it comes down here first, go through here, go through there, up there, which goes to, you might have already guessed, you might have seen it. It goes back up to this floor and goes all the way down again. So it's actually using both floors together to do this. That's another room, another floor. So I go down through here, or turn down, go through there, do the purple and cyan, and go back to the top floor and send it back through. And then it's going to do the blue terracotta and blue wool, then go back up to the top and through there, and through all this stuff too. So it repeats itself over and over and over and over and over and over again. Now looking back, we usually count to 4. This thing down here. What it does, and it's kind of, we have a flip-flop right here. It's probably a flip-flop right now because technically, but when the red line gets triggered for the first time, which is by this guy right here, it'll open this T flip, or just close this T flip-flop. Now you'll notice, say I am hitting this, hitting it, it's not doing anything, right? If I hit this one though, and close this circuit, now when I hit it, I'm getting the command block message of go, and it's going through the signal there. And now as I hit the button, you'll notice, you'll notice as I hit the button each time, this peak line goes up to here, where pink is. So as it's going through that loop, it'll keep going the pink line off 4 times. And then when it hits that 4 times, you'll see here, 1, and you'll see this hover, this one down here, 2, and then that go message is just coming off that block here, 3, which is that one, and 4, and then fire. So, let me get a drink here, and I'll go into how this guy works. And what it's doing, you probably can put it up, it's on the block diagram I showed in the beginning of the video. Let me get a drink real quick, because I'm not getting dry from all this talking. So how it works, simple. This line goes into a dropper. And distributes it out of items. Oh, that's funny, okay. One thing I forgot, this does not have an infinite amount of items. It's going to run out of items. I did not build the elevator in this map. So conveniently it works just enough to run out now. Where do the items go? Right. Yeah, so that's funny. The way it works though, is the items would come out of the dropper and go down the hopper line. I hit this now. And so when the hopper gets its item, it's because of the budget, this turns on the conveyor. So your repeater, this turns off this torch, turns off this piston, which pulls this block back, turning this off, turn this torch on, and locking this hopper. This hopper can no longer accept items. So you have one item, comes through here. Hoppers have a preference to go down before across. So if it can, it'll go down first before going across. This hopper is now locked. It cannot accept more items. So now when I hit the button again, the dropper will go off, set an item down through here. It will not go into this hopper because it's locked. You can't. So you're going to this hopper and do the same thing again. Show you on video more. This will get an item and lock the hopper up. To do this another time again, and now the 4th time is something a bit different. One, this would turn on, not only this torch down here, turn on this line here. A few things here. One, it powers these pistons up, pushing the blocks back down, turning these back off, unlocking these hoppers, and setting the items into this thing here, which in the final design had a dropper elevator to return the items to the dropper. This being a test design does not, but that did have a dropper elevator in the main version to take care of that. Oops, shit. It also signals this block to say fire for troubleshooting purposes, so I know what's going on when this is going off. Then this will send a signal up to the top to close up the door and the close up the wall and the floors in the house. So that is connected. So this gets to the pink line here. When it goes off 4 times, it fires off. That's to close up the floor. And the red line has to turn it on initially. Because again, each time it goes off, it's cycling back through the entire circuit into almost like a loop that keeps going off. So that will make the floors close up. When it closes up, it's still got a little more to do, but it does finish, and then voila, it's done. So let's go ahead and see that all in action. Now this did not work the first time. If I can get it working now or not, I doubt it. I'll actually try to fix that. Oh well. Yes. We will see it in the real world. I'll add the blocks and the green blocks in, and we'll see it in the real world. Because this one doesn't quite work, and I think it did before I forget what happened to it. It broke. But let's see what's that button trying to do next. Is it set up correctly? I want to try to retract it when it doesn't need to. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead. Hit the button here. I'm going to extend the staircase up. I should have watched that. Damn it. Okay, I'll get it next time. I gotta fix the Redstone lines. Fuck. Before I retract, right? Duh. You gotta fix those 2 things. I disconnected. One of them was over. I think I fixed that one already. Or did I? I think I did. And one was up there more. Yeah. Timing is very important. You got time correctly. So this relies on the fact that every step before it was done correctly and in time. If not, if one step is done too late, too early, it'll fuck the whole thing up. Hopefully this still retracts down. See, all it is just pulling the ones above it up, or above it down, and just kind of repeats itself from there. Go ahead and, god damn it, get over here. Now you can kind of see it's pulling it down, and the next one just pulls down from there. I went into here. Now see, it just kind of keeps pulling down, and it doesn't, once it rolls down, I missed the whole go fire thing, but it's probably out of sync there. But that'll pull that all down and get a better view of that actually. Alright, actually, I'm gonna do a second here, kind of wrap itself up. It's all ready to go. I'll go ahead and hit it. Alright, we'll see. Shit. It starts to move up. I already did that one video that did the middle thing. But it's now extended upwards. And then now, let's put that here, and slowly work its way down. I think that's kind of one step at a time here. And then I can see the main circuit going, where it's just simply pulling the one above it down, and everything else just kind of follows suit until everything comes back down to the bottom. So I could have done it where I only do one thing at a time, but it's kind of slow that way. So you go there, it's now pulled down the red line, and the pink line keeps going. So each time, oh shit. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. All it's doing is just pulling the one above it down, then that pulls the one above it down, then that pulls the one above it down. Everything just pulling down the one above it until it hits the ground and it stops. There's one more little view here. I'm gonna do this. Maybe perfectly in sync, but we're gonna try it and see. We watch how the 4 circuit works. I'm missing, oh, that's not too bad. Okay, I can get it from right here. So let's do, TB, 16437. Alright. So red is here, pink is up there. Just remember that. I'm doing this. Here I extend it out. And now I'm shutting downwards. So the pink is up there, red is down here. Hopefully we're retracting. I don't know if that message honestly. Yeah, we are. So the pink went off, but no message yet. Pink is off again. Wait for the red one down here to move. And then we should see, there we go. Now, yeah, it's not quite in sync with the pink line when it gets up here, but you see that once the red line fired and the pink line fired, it has to go associated with it every time. But it's not quite perfect, but yeah, it works. So that's how that's working to close up the forks again. Not hooked up this map, we're going to see it in the main map. I'll show you guys there. But that's generally how it kind of works. So once it extends the staircase, or the floor, once the floor closes up, it'll have some little things to do, keep one upside down. Otherwise, at the point, it is done. So, let's see that in the real map, and I think I'm going to call it there for this video. It's damn near an hour long. I double check, I have a backup of this. Why do that? I'm gonna forget the main one without knowing that. I have an extra copy of this. Backups. I don't. So I have. Okay, yeah, I do. Season 1 final. Alright. That is. Fuck it. Okay, yep. Alright, so we have the main staircase here for both the extended already. I'll go ahead and switch to creative mode here. Interesting, why do I have that there? Okay. That's interesting. How was I doing right? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, we won't need to knock out the lighter, just in case the back doesn't work. I'm sure it will. But we do see the floors are opened up. Let's go ahead and add some command blocks to that. I guess why I didn't use this rope to show it off, because it's all, it's some of it's, most of it's color coded, but not all of it entirely. So I want to kind of make it more obvious. By show the better version. This is the one down here we're looking for. This is also not colored right at all. Right, can't do that. We'll put one here. A fire. And I don't know. That one should have been go. This one should be fire. Alright. So now if we go ahead and get the hell out of here, which we can just do a spectator mode. Get out that way. And to show you guys here, the top button in here does indeed connect down, going down these stairs to this repeater here. To that button there, and this button here. Goes to that button right there. which then goes down around here and into the switch room in this map. So now if we go back into creative mode, hit the button here, put standard mode, launch it again, it goes down. These pieces over here are the floor closure. So watch them here. Oh, I knew that. Okay. Alright. Then go all the way down here. There's the go. The first time. And there's the second time. There's your third time. And your fourth time. Now the signal. And the floor closes up. And the wall closes up. Like, really the problem with the map, it's not this. It seems like it's not counting a lot of the way to 4. Here's the problem with the map. But anyhow, you guys seen it? Go, fire, and boom, the floor closes up. She's probably still going after that, but yeah, it's a big deal. So that's how the staircase works. It's not the greatest. It's not. Yeah, I'm not going every little fucking detail of it, cause I just be here for hours. It's a big ass fucking build. It took me like an entire summer break of. Was this in high school? No. I went to take the entire fucking summer. I guess the summer before I started college. I designed this. I took a 3-year-old design, but yeah, I think it's 21. I've done this. But yeah, it's a lot, but it works. So there's that. That is a breakdown / explanation of how the staircase works. I have one more staircase to do. We're going to show you all the old designs that I have of the staircase. So to show you here, the further instance of Minecraft I have set up. So I have a custom launcher, third-party launcher called Multi-MC. It's awesome. I have separated instances of Minecraft. So I have like my modded instance, I have a recorded instance, my test instance, / my personal instance, and I have one dedicated to old season 1 maps and old variations of the staircase. So you know I have new stairs, V1, V1 final, V2, Rev 13. I'm not showing every little revision, but V3 Rev 14, V4 Rev 3, V5 Rev 7, V6 Rev 6. And 7 revision 5 is the final version. So I'm going to go through all these as well at some point, the major differences between them, before I do the new season. I want to get these new done first before I start the new season of the series. If not, I'll never get to them at all. But I want to go over this today, get in touch with you guys, so you can see this is how it works. So there is that. We have these to do still. I'm not doing it today because it's already an hour-long video. Then I have the old anticipated winter maps to show off the various packets that I have of the main map. So now let that load up here. I'm gonna go over all of these that I have. I'll go in order and show them to you guys. And then I will let's do all of that. Then I'll start season 2. 5. When I want to get this shit done first. Before I start season 2. Wrap up everything, season 1, wrap up the loose ends, and then boom, season 2 starts. So, hope you all enjoyed the video. I did. Sorry it's not the best explanation. Feel free to leave any comments down below. Hopefully I can fit it up and answer for you. Feel free to use the design. Feel free to do what you want with it. Build it. I would recommend it. There are far better ways to do this. I did a flying machine, which they did have them when I built this, but I wanted it my way. And I did. And boy, was it not worth it. But you know what? It's a cool feat of engineering. I'm proud of the fact that I could pull that off. I did that by myself. It looks simple, and sure it is, but man, it was a pain in the ass. And you see in the past designs, it was not easy figuring it out. So yeah, figuring it out took a long time, but I got it all figured out. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. So the next part, we're gonna go over the old designs, then the old bats of the season, and then we start season 2. So, yay! I'm excited for that. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next part.